Hey, what's up? This is Geektopia and my name is Adam Carruthers. It's a space on the internet where I can talk about anything geek related, be it TV shows, movies, video games, comics, and I always mention toys, right? Never really shown any of my toys, so you can see behind me just some of my favorite toys on display. So, what am I talking about today? Masters of the Universe Revelation Part 1, which just dropped to Netflix. Animation looked great, voice cast is awesome. I mean, Mark Hamill, Kevin Conroy, two of my favorites in an animation. Of course, I'm gonna dig that. The storyline was pretty well done. However, this show is not without its controversial elements. Kevin Smith is the showrunner. Kevin Smith claimed that the show was going to be all about He-Man after earlier reports indicated that it wasn't going to be. In fact, he tweeted about it. Now, the show really isn't all about He-Man at all. It focuses on the other characters. And you could say, yeah, it's called Masters of the Universe Revelation, not He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Thing is, this is a sequel to the 1980s cartoon over 35 years ago. We haven't had much since then, in my opinion, and I just wanted more of He-Man. And I'm sure part 2 will come out and we'll see more of He-Man, at least Prince Adam, and then it turns into He-Man. Obviously, some fans don't like this at all. Now, I probably side of that camp, so instead of giving a one-sided review, I thought I'd bring in Grumpy Kavin Jay and Papi Zak from GeekSquad, particularly Grumpy, because he loved the show. So I thought we'll have a debate about it to try and speak of the merits and the not-so-meritable items in the show. So, enjoy this, make sure you leave a comment, tell me what you think, okay? So, Masters of the Universe Revelation, I don't want to give a one-sided take on the entire TV show of what we've seen anyway in part 1, 5 episodes, only 5 episodes. So I wanted to bring in Papi Zak and also Kavin Jay to supplement my review as well, particularly because I know Kavin feels very differently about Masters of the Universe Revelation Part 1. Let's just call it Masters of the Universe, can't be asked to say the entire thing, than I feel and how Zak feels. So there are issues which we've taken. So Zak, Masters of the Universe, what was your biggest issue?
They killed off the main character in the first episode. The guy that we grew up watching, the guy that we wanted to see like kick the shit out of Skeletor, they killed him off in the first freaking episode.
That was a problem for a lot of fans. He then looks like he died at the end of the 5th episode as well. So that's not confirmed. They didn't actually say he's dead. He's just on the ground having been speared by Skeletor. Kavin, what do you make of He-Man, who is a cultural icon, not being a major part of the show?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. Cultural icon. Yeah. But at the end of the day, this is called the Masters of the Universe, not He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. So the focus was on the Masters of the Universe, Man-at-Arms, Orko, Teela, and basically them, right? And the thing is, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe was always one thing. I agree. But what happens if you take He-Man out of this thing? What happens to the Masters of the Universe? And that's exactly what they showed here. And I liked it. I liked the fact that, look, at the end of the day, we got something different, because I'm sick and tired of the same thing over and over again. If they gave me He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, it's the same thing. Why make... Look, when we watched it as kids, we loved it. We watched it even later on. We liked it as well. But now just give us something different. And I like the fact that it went to a different direction to show us, okay, if you take He-Man out of the picture, what happens to the Masters of the Universe?
Can I just rebut?
Basically, they fall apart. And that's what happened.
Yes.
Okay. Can I just add now? No?
Go ahead.
Are you done? Okay. First of all, nobody gave a shit about Masters of the Universe, okay? I mean,
that's the point.
That's why I'm saying nobody gave 2 shits about. I didn't know who. I didn't want to. Okay, I didn't know about Teela, Man-at-Arms, Orko. I mean, they were just side pieces, okay? We all wanted to concentrate on He-Man because he the man, okay? And if you kill him in the first episode and then just expect us to like get to know all these characters, I mean, you're forcing me to just take it in.
I know you just wanted to live in a world where you circle jerk over He-Man. That's all you wanted to do. And the whole point is that, look, I've already circle jerked over He-Man a long time ago. Now I want to circle jerk about other people. So here's the thing. Evolve, Zach. Evolve to the fact that, look,
I can't
this is about, look, the way they portrayed Man at Arms at this one, I thought was amazing. That play was he was kick ass.
Great. No,
right?
no, no, no. Okay, I give it to you. It's
Okay,
great.
Tila
But
was
you don't give me enough time to get to know the
no, but
Tila
that's
and
the
the
thing. You got to know okay, Man at Arms you didn't. You got to know Orko. You got to know Tila a bit more. You got to know the other characters of He-Man, the other champions.
yeah, but at least have
Which he never
He-Man
got
there.
before this.
At least have He-Man there.
Yeah, but He-Man was integral to the point of this story.
No,
What
okay,
you all don't get, what you all don't understand is the concept of He-Man is integral to the point of the story, because all of the Masters of the Universe all they were trying to do was trying to save He-Man.
He was a MacGuffin. He wasn't a character. He was a plot
yes.
device.
No,
I turned him into a plot
agree.
device.
I 100% agree. It was a plot device. It was a MacGuffin. Blah blah blah. But again, the concept of He-Man was still integral to the plot of the story.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Yet
It's
I
not
still
He-Man.
want to see more of the others. I wanted to see the Masters of the Universe, rather the lore of it, the lore of what happens if you take He-Man out of the story, because Eternia, created He-Man as the champion, and there's always been generations of champions. She-Ra is one of the champions. Hero was one of the champions, and all the others that you see in the Eternia Heaven nonsense, right? So you see all the champions. Now you take away the champion, what happens to the Masters of the Universe? They crumble.
Yeah,
They do crumble. And that's the point that they made, that without He-Man, the Masters of the Universe crumble. And when they crumble, how do they get out of this thing, which is to bring back He-Man?
But they didn't crumble without He-Man. They just
did.
no. They
disbanded.
crumbled because magic left Eternia.
Yeah, but who was the conductor of magic in Eternia? Was the
Sorceress.
The sorceress.
But through her champion, He-Man and his sword.
I just wanted more of He-Man, because I know you say that we've had our time with He-Man, but I mean, we even had a She-Ra cartoon that ran for 52 episodes, which finished last year. I wanted She-Ra and the Princess of Power, I think it's called. It's like, I wanted more. Why advertise every single ad for this? Every single trailer, all the merchandising was skewered towards He-Man. Because why? That's what people wanted to see, because that's the selling point. And I know you feel that their stories have been told enough about He-Man. In that case, don't make any more Batman movies. Don't make any more Superman movies, because there are far more many mediums of Batman and Superman.
I agree. They should have a Nightwing story. They should have a Teen Titans story. Forget Batman. Nolan did a great job with Batman.
They did.
Stop
yes.
doing Batmans.
But the thing is, people want to see it. It's the same way of He-Man.
I
agree.
But
that's why it's annoying. And the thing is, with Batman, there are still good Batman stories coming out. I still read the comics because there are good stories. There are good stories which can involve He-Man as a character, not He-Man as a plot device.
I agree. But have you watched Titans, the series?
Yes.
Right. Did you like it?
A bit hit and miss in some episodes.
I liked it. But, the fact that Batman was a side character in this and blah, 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 but it was also marketed with Batman in it, right? But at the end of the day, when you look at it, you're like, yeah, I agree, because this was supposed to be a Titans thing. Right, so it was focused on the Titans. This is supposed to be a Masters of Universe thing. Look, what they did in the marketing, blah blah blah, got me here, and I stayed for the story. I like this. Those She-Ra cartoons that you mentioned, 52 episodes, was made for children and teenagers. This was made for adults. Clearly, with the amount of gore, with the amount of
and how many adult themed cartoons with He-Man in it? Not as a plot device, as a character, have we had?
None.
Exactly. That's why I wanted
the point.
it.
We grew up watching He-Man.
But we didn't have an adult.
He-Man was always this goody do-good.
Yeah, but you said it though. That He-Man from the 80s was meant for kids, just like the She-Ra cartoon was, and the 2002 one was meant for youngsters. I wanted He-Man in an adult setting, and I was thinking, we're finally going to get it.
You might still get it.
We will.
Too.
I think we will.
This is a story about Masters of the Universe, and I like the fact that they focus on the Masters of the Universe with the concept of He-Man, rather than He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, where you give us the whole this thing. But I still think that it made me care for Orko so much more, because they made him more adult. Right, I mean, he was always the quirky character who was supposed to be that comedic relief, but he wasn't here. He was actually something that they gave him a more human face. Right, Man at Arms was always that guy who relied on He-Man because he was a normal guy. But in this series, damn, he can do shit. right? Tila was always, supposed to be the guardian of Prince Adam, who as He-Man would become her guardian anyway. So, at the end of the day, and the sorceress was always this mysterious character,
It,
which was this. That was all in the kids film. But now this just giving me that extra level of stories and
but
lore
could you
that
could you have
I
had
can.
do you feel, because you say that this all happened because He-Man's not there? Surely it could have happened with He-Man. Isn't that up to
No.
the storyteller? Isn't that up to
Mhm.
the script writer, the producers, the showrunners to be able to develop a story of all of the characters? Not say, oh, let's just get rid of He-Man and then focus and make the show ultra woke, because it is ultra woke. She-Ra's
It
biggest
is.
problem is that she fears she's too powerful when she's down in that version of hell with Skeletor. That's her weakness. And the fact she gets emotional about not knowing the secret of Prince Adam, that's it, really? The
Yeah, okay,
whole crux of
okay.
it?
The being upset about the secret of Prince Adam, that one I also cannot defend, because I thought that was stupid as well. But look, I mean, I understand
Most
because
of the
one
guys
for
in it were bitches. Even Man at Arms spends his whole time just apologizing to everyone. He gets a couple of good action scenes, but all the men in it are dumbasses. The king is a dumbass. Every
yeah,
guy in it is a dumbass, but every
yes,
girl is super powered, has that shaved side haircut. Oh, so edgy, so woke. It's like, come on, just give us something decent with bloody He-Man. You can keep all that stuff, but just do it with He-Man. Simple. It's
look at
just
the
trying to
end.
be too woke.
Okay, look, the trying to be woke part is something that was there, right? And it was something that was there. I'm not particularly adverse to it. I think it was there. It was there. Fine. I'm okay with it. But I mean, having said that, the story itself, I didn't have a problem with it. I didn't have a problem with the fact that if you take away all that, does it change the story? No, not really. It wasn't integral to a part of the story that this all was there. I mean, it just felt like, in fact, if you take away Tila, right, and this was the man at arms instead, right, and he was the one upset, and he was the one who went off, and this thing, and you gender swap, you switch the characters, blah blah blah, would it have been the same? Yes, it wouldn't have made a difference. So for me, that all that having to have that wokeness in the story is something irrelevant, right? So it's there, good, great. That's for the people who want it, and for and it doesn't make a difference for people who don't. It's not.
But it does make a
It's not
difference.
a problem.
It does make a difference, because when you start going ultra woke, every female character has to be strong and cannot show any weakness. That's what held back Rey in the recent Star Wars trilogy. She has no flaws. There was no way you could further develop a character because she is flawless.
No,
And
I agree. I agree with there is that. I'm not saying the story was perfect. I'm not saying that the improvements cannot be made. I'm just saying that I liked what they did, and I understand where they were coming from, and I understand, like, what Kevin Smith was doing with this, and to make it more adult, to give the story a little bit more depth. He-Man needed to die.
fair enough.
He-Man needed to be taken away. He didn't take away Prince Adam, because he was there for 3 episodes at least.
He looks like
Out of five,
a
that's
K-pop
50%
fan.
there. Sorry?
He just looks like a young K-pop fan. That's what he looks like.
Yeah, okay, no, okay.
You
Look,
made him like,
I have,
hi.
yeah, he does look like a K-pop star. Yes, I mean the art. We're not critiquing the art. We're not.
No,
we're
but
not-
look
I
at
mean,
his body. I mean, remember in the original, like, at least he was still muscular as Prince Adam. He just
Even the
gets more of a tan.
2002, despite him being slightly smaller in size, but he still maintained that, like,
He becomes
manly
very-
muscle
that's-
tone.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's the thing, though. Prince Adam was always supposedly he was a normal human being with magic, becomes the champion barbarian, which is He-Man, right? So I mean, it just showed the difference in, like, before and after kind of thing. And again, that's fine. Prince Adam was never meant to be the strong character. He was always meant to be the moral character in any way. And of course, the cat, which is the cowardly cat. It's all there. So for me, I just feel like the depth of layers that was added to the show to make it a little bit more adult. I liked where it headed. I really did. I'm not saying that. Look, they still had Prince Adam for at least 60% of the show. They
60%.
60, yeah, three episodes out of 5.
But he does not. No, I don't think he was that much.
The first episode, the 4th episode, the 5th episode.
Yeah, but he only appears in bits and pieces in some of them, and he's not in every scene. And
He's not in every scene. Yes, the first one he was. The first episode
okay. You could say 60% in that. There are 5 episodes, and he appears in 3 of them. Okay, 60% there, but the actual use of him was less than 60%.
For the last 2 episodes, yes. I mean, the use of him was good. What? Because it shows that one thing they showed that look, all the heroes in heaven chose the form of the champion,
except him.
But Prince Adam was the only one who chose as Adam.
Yeah,
that was too woke for me. It was like,
how is it woke? It's just the fact it shows that Prince Adam actually believed that he himself is the special one rather than He-Man. He-Man was just a tool for him to bring over to Eternia.
Yeah, but if this was the 80s cartoon, he would have chosen the
nope. Prince Adam has always been like that.
Even episode 4, it was mainly in hell though. You only see Prince Adam at the end.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Okay,
I mean that's literally the last scene is him. That's it. The rest.
First of all, I'm a comedian. I embellish.
Okay. I just have to correct that because he doesn't. If you're gonna count that as a major appearance, then no.
Okay. 50%.
50%. So
I give 50%. Last offer.
Okay.
Last offer.
All right, fair enough. Okay, I'm gonna go a bit lower because I'm good.
Okay, 40%. 40%. No more, no less.
I don't know. I just feel that they try to go woke, as do a lot of projects in Hollywood nowadays. I guess
I understand it as a comedian. I understand it because as a comedian, I feel like being woke is one thing. Being aware of the situation is another. We live in a time where having this is important, and having the fact that look, female empowerment and stuff like that, it's something that has been neglected over the years, over time. And right now, yes, slightly overdone, I agree, but still it's I understand why it's there. I get it. I feel like it didn't bother me at all, the wokeness of it.
It's just too much for me, to be honest. There's good ways of doing it. Look at the first Wonder Woman movie. Things like Agent Carter, a great example.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is, these are characters that were on their own. There was no law. There was no reliance to He-Man. There was no reliance to a male character, which, this thing. So Wonder Woman was Wonder Woman. She was a superhero. She was the center of her universe. Agent Carter was the same thing. She was the center of her universe. Rather than, taking an already, set up universe, which relied heavily on a white cis male character, and take him out of the picture, and who takes over from there, that is pretty much up to interpretation.
Well, Agent Carter was originally in Captain America, which was cis white.
Yeah, but Agent Carter they took out the cis male character, right?
They took it out, yes, but she was still a kick-ass character. She was still a kick-ass character in Captain America's movie, not just in her own TV show. But why make all the guys bloody idiots or so subservient and so weak, except for a couple of action scenes in Masters of the Universe? How often do we see that? The guys are just stupid. They are just stupid. So many instances now.
There were some plot points that were stupid. I get it, but I didn't feel like it made the male characters dumb. I really don't. Man at Arms was okay.
No, he wasn't dumb, but Man at Arms was just so like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I'm just so sorry.
The dumb ones
was just so subservient to everybody.
The dumb ones were Man at Arms was always subservient to the king and queen.
Yeah, but this time he's been let go, and he's just apologizing to everybody in the show. That's all he does.
But wouldn't you apologize to your daughter after you failed her? Like, she's upset. Right, and
you didn't really fail her. You just kept one secret. Like, my god.
He feels like he failed. Okay, this movie sets up that as the biggest failure.
So don't lie.
I'm not saying that.
But you already agreed. But you already agreed that was really stupid that she's upset about the secret.
Yeah, I know, I get it. But okay, now that we get over that part, right, and then you think about, okay, if I had a daughter and she's really upset, fuck it lah, just say sorry.
He's
he's
for how long
apologizing.
though, Kavin? For how
Yeah,
long?
he's just
Until you be
apologizing
like,
to
hey, I said
everybody.
sorry already. What more
Yeah.
does she want? What more? What?
No lah, if it's my daughter, it will be for a while lah. I don't want
Oh.
to. It's not like I just go like, hey, you don't want to take my sorry, go. No lah, it's not like that. But and also there was a lot of parts where the sorceress was Tila's mother and blah blah blah. And even in the He-Man cartoons, that Man-at-Arms and Sorceress had a daughter, which is Tila, right? And Tila was always set up to be the next great one.
And she does that in the comics, which they developed. So we're expecting that in part 2.
So to be fair, Tila taking over and becoming that hero now is not that big of a surprise, to be honest.
Lesbian sorceress?
Yeah. I mean, whatever your sexual orientation is, I don't care. It's just like,
hey, you can be bi, you can be
It's like you can set up a storyline which runs concurrently with He-Man still being alive. That's the thing. And Zach, you had a thing about maybe killing off He-Man in episode 5 or wounding him like he was at least.
Yeah,
made more sense narrative-wise.
At least give us the first 4 episodes to like get connected, to be invested in the Masters of the Universe, to see Man-at-Arms and to see Tila, whatever. That's fine. And then, but you can have He-Man along the way as like as like the bond that keeps as the glue together. And then you can kill him off in part 5. And then guess what? I wouldn't have been so upset as I am right now.
Let's go with your storyline, okay, Zach? First episode, magic goes away from Eternia.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So does He-Man still become He-Man because there's no magic anywhere? So okay, it's Prince Adam lah.
It's Prince Adam.
So Prince Adam is along for the ride.
But
right?
he's still there.
No, I get it. I understand he's still there. So the quest is to go and find the sword of power, come back and sword of Eternia, or whatever they call it. And come back and then become He-Man and then die, right? Okay, so that is your line of story. But how is that different from what happened now?
You just took him out. If you want to see, Tila wasn't even on a quest of anything. She was just a bounty hunter. She's just doing things just to survive. She's not even like trying to bring back magic.
Yeah, she doesn't care. I mean, look, at the end of the day, yes.
Yeah,
the main driver of the plot was Evelyn and the sorceress, who wanted to work together to bring the magic back to Eternia, because that's what
girl powers. So it's all the girls saving everybody basically again.
By the way,
but I like the fact.
Look,
I like the fact that Evelyn had to work with the sorceress to do this. And look, Evelyn's arc was great, right? Over the 5 episodes, you thought that Evelyn is going to become good. And then episode 5, bam, there's a huge hammer drop. So look, I like the projection arc. I like the fact that the 2 magic carriers of the universe was always been Sorceress and Evelyn.
No, I think it was great. But to sell women nowadays in TV shows, apparently also has to have men being idiots. You can't have a strong male and a strong female in a movie, apparently, or TV show.
I don't see the men being idiots part. I really don't.
Okay, seriously?
The idiots were the henchmen of Skeletor. Most of the idiots. And they were idiots from
what male hero or character was as kick-ass as Tila? No, don't say Man-at-Arms, because he's just an apologetic idiot.
Or
most of it. Orko, I don't even know if you can count him as a male almost. He's from another dimension.
Okay.
And he's all weak, remember? Like,
again, I don't know whether it's male or not, but
who's
the
strong
robot guy.
Who's strong and male?
Robot.
He's a bit of an idiot as well. And he sacrifices
not an idiot.
himself.
He's just a clone. That's what he was. He's a clone. He was very much Vision in the MCU, right? He was naive. He's a robot. After all.
He's naive. That's the thing. He's just naive.
No, but he was always that, even in the comics, even in the cartoons.
What is Tila's flaw?
Pardon?
What's Tila's flaw?
The fact that
she can take lies.
She's afraid of her own power. I mean, that's a vastly different flaw than all the male characters.
No, but she is the daughter of Man-at-Arms and the sorceress. She's supposed to be great. She doesn't
know that, but she's just afraid of her own power. It's just like Last Jedi all over again.
Don't ever get him started on that one. Oh,
it's like it's nothing relatable.
Look. Okay, if let's say we flip the script a little bit, right? We flip the script and say Charlie's Angels. Okay, Charlie's Angels. Everybody is expecting the 3 hot bitches, but guess what? They make it all about Bosley and how he got the girls. So there are no girls.
Okay. And
You know how upset the women community would be? It's like Charlie's Angels is all about the women. Okay,
is it called Charlie's Angels or is it called Bosley?
is it called He-Man?
No, but then they would say, yeah, but this is expanding the history and the
Yeah.
lore
Yeah,
of
you know,
everything
the
about
lore.
Charlie's Angels. This is explaining exactly how they get there. And then
Yeah,
after
no,
that,
but
we can
again,
expand
is
further.
the movie called Charlie's Angels or is the movie called Bosley?
How about if they just focus on Charlie?
How about that?
Yeah,
How about
and
that?
Charlie and how he got his angels. Then
Ah.
the same outcry would occur. So it'll
No,
focus on
would it? No, it wouldn't because the movie would have been called Charlie and not Charlie's Angels.
no. Charlie's angels doesn't imply you have to show the angels from the start. You can show how he got the
Yeah.
angels. At the end, you see the angels appear.
Connie.
No, but again, it's all about interpretation. Like, look, it's in this point. I'm just saying that it's called Masters of the Universe and not He-Man and the Masters of the Universe
Yes.
like it always has been.
This show is
so
called
the focus had to be on the Masters.
Yes, but they also sold it, and it's pitched as a direct sequel to He-Man
The
and the Masters
first-
of the
Yes,
Universe.
and it
The
is,
first
it is a
10
sequel.
seconds.
It is a sequel in so many ways.
And the
what
original
happened with
title-
He-Man, He-Man was always the hero. Okay, now take He-Man out. Now the sequel is Masters of the Universe take over.
The hero was He-Man in that, and the last episode we got was 35 years ago. There aren't enough He-Man stories out there to tell the truth. There really, really aren't.
The first
in an
20
adult
seconds, the first 20 seconds of Masters of the Universe trailer was Skeletor asking the sorceress, call out your champion, and guess who appears? Not Tila,
He-Man.
not Evelyn, okay?
Yeah, that's the whole point.
No, what is the point? The point is don't kill the guy that you are supposed to be.
You were just upset they killed He-Man. That's the only thing you're upset about. You're upset about the fact that they killed him in the first episode just to move the plot along. And the repetition of if you don't kill him and you still have him as the main character, then what is the point of the whole thing?
You know how sometimes we
it's-
complain about trailers and the best part of the movie are shown in the trailer, and then you watch the movie
Yes.
and then
Yes.
you realize the only good parts were in the trailer. That's how it feels like watching Masters of the Universe.
Exactly.
No,
And you know what? I'm not upset they killed He-Man. Wait, I am upset they killed He-Man. What am I?
you see what I have to deal with, Adam?
Yes, I do. I love it.
You can hear the gears grinding, you know. You
Yeah.
can hear it.
While he's
Yeah.
thinking, I'm just going to say this.
Okay.
I also believe that part 2, we will see more of He-Man. I don't think he's dead at the end of episode 5. This is just part 1. Like we mentioned earlier on just a little bit, that Tila does become the sorceress in the comics, so it's probably going to head down that path. They were kind of dropping hints along the whole run so far. Like they want to tell us something, which is, another time. Man-at-Arms is trying to tell us something. Sorceress is trying to tell us something. So I'm sure that's going to happen. Will it be enough? How kick-ass will He-Man be? Will he only appear as He-Man in the final episode 10, or however many there'll be? I don't know.
Here's the thing. He-Man's not going to be in the next part as well. Adam is going to be in the next part.
Yes.
Right.
Well, they will have to get
Basi-
because Skeletor has a sword.
Yes.
So they will have to go on a quest to
basically,
get
the quest is now to get back the sword.
Yeah.
And bring He-Man back and defeat Skeletor. Right. So that, I mean, I'm okay with it. I like the progression of story. I like the yes and that they're doing, and the fact that they're moving the story ahead rather than just going round the same loop. And
What
look,
same
it was
loop
more
though? The
adult.
same loop was 35 years ago.
I understand, but it's still a loop. It's
What?
still a loop.
That was a very
Can
basic
you-
premise cartoon.
You see,
with
it's
just
like-
had a
can
low
you
budget.
name me
Every
one
Batman
specific
movie has the
episode?
parents dying first. No need. We know the parents died. Like how when they made Spider-Man, they didn't have to show Uncle Ben dying, like the
Uncle
new
Ben died
Spider-Man.
3 times.
Yes, they didn't, but they still kept Spider-Man there.
Yeah, I know.
Because they wanna see
fine,
Spider-Man.
Fair enough, I get it, right? But like when they did Into the Spider-Verse, first thing, Spider-Man dies.
Yeah.
Right? Then you got Miles Morales taking over, and we knew the law. It's supposed to be Miles Morales taking over anyway. But at the end of the day, I'm just saying that look, you don't have to show you don't have to fall in love with the character because you've already fallen in love with the character when you were kids. And
No, I
if you're
didn't.
watching, if you were watching as kids and you were a hardcore fan like I was, I also liked Man-at-Arms. I also liked Tila. I liked Sorceress. I liked the cat. I liked
Shut up.
Orko. All these characters were the integral part of the series as much as He-Man was.
Where
Right?
is
And
your
I like the Masters of the Universe because they take He-Man out of it, and the reliance of this 2 He-Man was gone. So what happens to them? They break up, they crumble.
For me, that would
until
make-
even the villains had to work together with the heroes.
I know that you said it's going around in loops, but it was a early 1980s cartoon though. It wasn't a serialized show with a continuing storyline. It was individual based. They were on a tight budget to the point where the guy who voiced He-Man also voiced several other characters because they had no money. And
you have to understand that this TV series is not targeted to kids, not new viewers, new fans. It's targeted to adults who already watched the He-Man cartoons when they were young.
Exactly.
But they did not.
So I didn't have to know the history and the lore because guess what? I already know it from 35 years ago. I still remember because I'm a nerd like that.
Yes. Oh, yeah? And that is exactly why I wanted more of He-Man because we haven't had this continuation
exactly
for ages
and
ages.
You did with the He-Man series just before.
That was still 20 years ago. That was in the early 2002.
Yeah.
20 years. Yeah,
but still, you had that already.
That was 20 years ago. And that wasn't even...
I understand, but it's there.
20 years ago.
Do you remember the things? Anywhere. Do you remember the things that you did 20 years ago?
When we were young adults, and then now when we are proper adults, that's what we get.
But that was also different in that it's not a continuation of the 80s show. I was like, oh, they pitched this as a throwback to the OG He-Man, not the 2002 He-Man.
Exactly.
This is the OG one.
Yeah.
And so, how many He-Man stories have we really had? We've had the 80s TV show, which, let's face it, there are far better animations out there. And at the time, they were like, in the 80s, they said, okay, you know what? We can have a strong female lead as well. But we're not going to just kick He-Man off his own show. Let's give her own show. Let's have She-Ra. And they even had a movie, She-Ra and He-Man.
This is not the He-Man show. This is the Masters of Universe show.
Then don't pitch it with He-Man in the trailer.
Exactly.
Don't hook us in. Like I told you before, like if I'm paying money to go see something and we're all paying money to Netflix and we're giving it our time to watch it, if you have the billboard of Kavin Jay and Papi doing a show, I will want to go there and see Papi and Grumpy do stand-up comedy. Not
just come in 5 minutes like, hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. And here is the rest of the comedians.
Yeah,
but that's how they sell some of the shows as well. Like like for instance,
if it's an open mic, okay, I get it. You could probably say an open mic. That's a completely different concept.
No, open mic. I'm talking about Netflix shows. There have been Netflix shows that like for instance, Dave Chappelle presents, right? Or Russell Peters presents. You know, he comes out for like 5 minutes and then he goes away.
But is that pitched
all the other comics take over the show for an hour? Is that
pitched as a show about Dave Chappelle doing a full stand-up set? Is it pitched like that?
No. But that's the thing. Like that as well.
Look at the trailer.
In a different direction. Yes, I agree.
There
was a bit of deceit. There was
a bit.
I mean, not
Kevin Smith went on Twitter about a year ago, whatever it was. I can't remember the exact date, to say no. This is all lies. All these reports coming out. This show is all about He-Man.
Yeah, in theory it is.
No, I don't count a MacGuffin as all about that. Go to all the Harry Potter books. They all have Harry Potter and the focus isn't on the other things. It's still on Harry Potter. Those are just MacGuffin devices. I mean,
look, if they made a movie about Harry Potter and the
Goblet of Fire,
for instance, okay, Goblet of Fire. Yes, it's Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. But if they made a movie called The Goblet of Fire and Harry Potter was not in it,
no one would watch it because everyone wants to see Harry Potter the same way everyone wants to see He-Man.
Incredible Beasts and Where to Get Them.
And imagine if you read the blurb in the back of the book and it's all about Harry Potter. Then you read the book, Harry Potter appears at the end and the beginning, and that's it. You're being shortchanged. You are literally being shortchanged by what you're expecting.
I agree. No, there was deceit. I'm not disputing that fact. There was deceit. And you're using a very bad distinct there because I really don't like Harry Potter, but okay.
Fair enough.
That's not big into the Harry Potter stuff, okay?
Because it's got a strong male lead. Is that why?
No. It's got nothing to do with that. I like Lord of the Rings. That's my thing, which had male, female, trans character, whatever, right? But it did the gender of the character doesn't matter to me. But what I'm saying is, at this point, yes, there was deceit. I concede that. But that doesn't mean I still don't like it.
Fair enough.
But yeah. So you admit there was deceit.
There was deceit. I didn't see the whole Twitter drama and the previews beforehand.
Fair enough.
I didn't see that. I just went into the series with no expectations. I turned it on and I was like, damn, that's actually quite nice.
Fair enough. I think this might go around in circles because this is like the second time we've discussed this, or third time.
Oh, so many circles.
So
this is the loop that I'm stuck in.
I'm gonna end it. I have to give some positives to it as well. I thought the animation was superb. I really enjoyed the animation.
Yes.
The voice acting was pretty spot on as well. Mark Hamill, I initially thought, oh no, I might get some Joker vibes as he plays Skeletor, but I still think he did a great job. I mean, he's such
Mark
a
Hamill
talented actor.
And
great,
also,
he's a great voiceover artist.
If you're going to talk about Masters of the Universe, I mean, Skeletor was, I think, part of the Masters of the Universe, and they even took him out in the first episode.
Wait, hold on. Wait, what? Skeletor was the Masters of the Universe. What nonsense you talking? He's the villain, you idiot.
Yeah, he's the villain of the Masters of the Universe.
No, that's not how it works. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe is the other crew of He-Man. Listen, Zach, Skeletor wanted to be a Masters of the Universe. That's why he keeps fighting He-Man, you dumbass.
Yeah, that's what I said. He's the Master of the Universe villain.
You know what, Adam? Stop this, please. Okay. Please. I cannot argue with it.
We could continue this discussion. I'm already getting some comments here from the people recording this debate between us saying, ouch. He said he doesn't like Harry Potter. Ouch. So you've annoyed some people here.
That's a whole nother.
That's another.
Look, I'm not a big fan of Harry Potter. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. If you like him,
just cancel Kavin Jay. Cancel Kavin.
Good for you. Hey, you know what? I like Lord of the Rings. That's my thing. All right, I got Lord of the Rings in my
other positives. Yeah, I mean, it's a standalone story. If He-Man didn't exist, I thought it was well done. I really did. I think that the story arc was very good. It's just that I wanted He-Man. The animation was good, like I mentioned. The action was superb. And I am looking forward in many ways to seeing what happens in part 2. Right. Prince Adam, my namesake, and more of He-Man, hopefully. But thank you guys for joining me in this kind of review, a hot take on the issues surrounding Masters of the Universe Revelation Part 1, Papi Zak, and of course, Kavin Jay. My name is Adam Carruthers. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think about the show if you've watched it. I should have added spoilers before this, but hey, I guess it's too late if you watched this much. Till next time, bye.